I know it's game day today, but there's definitely couple things to talk about. Short video, nothing crazy, but want to kind of talk about a couple things going to this game. Eagles, Packers, and the NFC East in general. Some of the stuff that happened on Sunday, not everything. I want to save it kind of for later, but a lot to really talk about here. So let's get straight into it.
What's the boogeyman?
As a matter of fact, it was.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. So I'm not going to be doing too much editing here because I kind of just want to go over a couple things here. And the first thing we kind of got after watching some of the games on Sunday is Jaire Alexander. It looks like he did not fly out with the Eagles to Green Bay. So Ian Rapport came out with a tweet, and Eagles media everywhere came out with a tweet pretty much saying, Eagles rule out cornerback Jaire Alexander, focusing on getting him acclimated to their defensive system while also getting up to speed on his knee maintenance. The focus is on his recovery and the preparation for the rest of the season. Okay. Now, look, this is a way different approach or a different situation than with Jalen Phillips because Phillips has played in a scheme like this for Vic Fangio. So, other than a little bit of terminology, there's really not much there he needs to do. He's just going to attack on Monday night tonight when we play the Green Bay Packers. Now, Jaire Alexander being acclimated to what the Eagles are doing defensively, it's probably going to take a little bit more time. And they really only had their hands on him pause for this week. I mean, that's really it to see where he is in his health. Obviously, the trade wouldn't go down if there was something wrong with his knee, but I think they want to make sure. Maybe the Eagles are taking advantage of this situation, saying, look, we have a lot of depth at corner right now, even with Jaire Alexander not playing. We know the Eagles are very overprotective when it comes to their players. When somebody is 99.9% healthy, okay, they will keep you out for 2 weeks. That's how the Eagles are. And it's a smart thing because if they feel like they can win without Jaire Alexander, and I probably guarantee that he was going to start this week, but obviously that wasn't going to happen because of this news that just came out the other day. Maybe the plan is to start Jaire Alexander for the rest of the season at some point this season, as we're kind of going through the motions right now. Play some games without him, wait till he gets healthy, and then hoping that when the Eagles finally throw him into a game full time, that he will be that a little bit above average player that he is, or maybe he goes back to his Pro Bowl form. You really don't need him to do much as a number 2, but just be a little bit above average. And I think the Eagles are just being patient. They're not rushing things with him, and they're taking advantage of this opportunity. So I'm not sure if Jacorian Bennett is going to get the start because he just came off IR this past week. So I can't expect him to just get thrown into a game unless Ringo and Adoree Jackson are really not doing well. Even though I think Green Bay has some B-plus receivers, I don't think there's anybody out there that's really life-threatening for this game. It's still Adoree Jackson, Keely Ringo at the end of the day. If I was to pick one, it would probably be Ringo because I just feel like he does play probably a little bit better than Adoree as of late. So if the plan isn't to start Jaire Alexander for tonight, and maybe it's next week against the Lions on Sunday Night Football, or maybe it's a few weeks later. However much time it takes, the Eagles feel good about the players they have in the building right now at CB2, where they feel like they can get by with what they have to be somewhat, I guess, serviceable. We'll see what happens when there's more news on Jaire Alexander. I don't think there was a flare-up with his injury or anything like that. I think they are literally being, like I said for the millionth time, extra careful and patient. The only game that literally helped us on Sunday was Tampa Bay losing to the Patriots. That was a good one. And the New York Giants kind of shit the bed against the Chicago Bears in a 10-point lead. I'm just going to let you guys know, especially the Giant fans, I'm going to be very unbiased about the situation that, Jackson Dart, I'm sorry, but like this guy is going to get ruined. Okay. As long as Brian Daboll's here, I mean, that DC, that defensive coordinator is total garbage. He ruined Daniel Jones, and look what Daniel Jones is doing with the Colts right now. And he will ruin this quarterback. It's to a point where Jackson Dart is playing hero ball right now. He's taking a lot of hits. He's getting concussions without even being checked out the last couple weeks. I mean, literally, he's gotten a couple concussions in the last couple weeks. And let me tell you something. Concussions are nothing to fuck around with. There's gonna be a point in time they just need to sit Jackson Dart. If they wanna save their future, they need to sit Jackson Dart for the rest of the year, take these losses, get a better draft pick this year, and fire your head coach. Then we had Detroit against Washington, Washington being at home, depleted with injuries. We know how much of a mess that team is as of right now. They got blown out 44-22. There's really not much to say about Washington, guys. I mean, we would have wanted Washington to win this game against Detroit because we're looking really past the division at this point, and you're looking towards really the NFC. And the Lions losing would have been a great thing, but hopefully the Eagles will take care of business tonight, and they will take care of business hopefully next week on Sunday Night Football. Jaden Daniels could be coming back in a few weeks with this dislocated elbow, but if they are another team that should be fucking smart, which they're not, they will sit him the rest of the fucking year and just let him get ready for the 26th season. In their best case, that's what they got to do. We saw the Rams beat the 49ers 42-26. So, I mean, it wasn't the most exciting day of football. Some of the games were pretty boring, but then we got some news regarding the Micah Parsons trade, which I thought it was just really weird. Okay. I said the Cowboys inserted a clause when they traded Micah Parsons to the Packers that would block him from being dealt to the Eagles in a near future. Per Adam Schefter, the Packers would surrender a 28 first-round pick if he was dealt to an NFC team in the NFC East. I mean, can you do that? I understand a no trade clause, but can you be a team that says, hey, we'll trade Micah Parsons to you, but the trade clause is going to be you can't trade him to anybody in the NFC East from this team, that team, this team, and this team. I mean, is that even legal to do? And then if the Packers actually make that trade, that they have to surrender a 28 first-round pick to the Cowboys? I mean, I've never even heard of that. Okay. There's a bunch of teams that probably get calls for trades within the division, and I know for a fact that Howie Roseman, and he said this after his press conference. He said it during his press conference for the trade deadline. Howie Roseman never even denied he wasn't going after Micah Parsons or Myles Garrett. Okay. If Jerry Jones does this, that means that Howie Roseman did make the phone call, and they were aggressive in doing so to get Micah Parsons on the edge. Okay. And, that would have been a crazy trade. The Eagles would have to give up a lot to the Cowboys, but there's no denying the Eagles were desperate for an edge rusher for a while. The Jalen Phillips move was happening for a few weeks. I mean, it was talked about for a few weeks, and not knowing that the Miami Dolphins were going to have some big fire sale, they actually only got rid of one player that went to the Philadelphia Eagles. I guess living rent-free in Jerry Jones's head. I don't know. Well, other than that, that's pretty much it. That was just a really small update on Sunday, and just a little bit of news we did get all over the place from Jaire Alexander, how they're treating the CB2 spot. How do you feel about it? What do you think this means for Jaire Alexander, not rushing him to play, and just a lot more there. We will see what happens tonight. Eagles got to take care of business, and that's pretty much it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more Eagles news every single day. Make sure you hit the like button because it helps out tremendously. You guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys on the next one. Shake Squad up, follow slide. Peace out, guys. Peace.